Man, because it was that Picasso line that
Yeah.
oh man, and it's so smooth the way you did that too. I was just like, oh man, he flipped that so nice.
Say, hey man, if you gave Picasso a billion strokes, he
Yeah.
couldn't paint me in a picture that didn't include you, you know?
Mm.
Like that's hey, when I say old school.
Old school pimp.
For real.
Get you young
Like,
bucks a few
you
lines or
know how
two.
to kick game? Say something like that. And I'm like,
You know, if you want to spit game, go listen to that Alvin Garrett, pick up a couple of lines. That's right.
yo, he's giving it to you
Yeah,
Definitely
man.
listen to
in every part of the relationship. He's got bars for you.
That's right. That's right. It's like a tutorial.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, man. I love that. You know, when I'm writing to make music that is relatable, but that's still clever. You know what I'm saying? To make you think, but it's still relatable real quick. You ain't got to think too hard about it. It's like, man, Picasso with a billion, he can't pull that off.
Well, yeah.
I mean, Picasso the greatest. What you mean? So
You can't do it. It can't be done. No, just
exactly, Picasso can't do it. It can't be done, girl. You feel me? So yeah, man.
So Lightness of Love out now, streaming now. Everybody definitely go check that out. I mean, there's no better tagline than old school pimping, I guess, you know. So
yeah, old school pimping.
For real, you like Al Green crossed with Ron Isley. Like you like a mix of them, like with a little, you know, like you said, Sam Cooke got that in there, and then just I don't know, you got your own flavor though. Like you got your own vibes that you coming with, and I love that you the way you approached writing. You know, like it's you know, family music even, but it's also love music. You know, you can listen to it with a partner or, you know, like you said, with your kids around and everything.
That's right. That's right.
You can play it at the party, you know, just to kick you know, change the mood a little bit. You know, it's just, yeah, it's really nice to hear that sort of change in pace, really, in music as well. That sound is kind of needed. So I'm glad you're working to give us that. And I mean, you also produce your songs too, or you like work with the house producer?
Well, I produce the projects. Now I don't always produce my own music. I work with different, you know, music producers, but I pick and choose who I work with musically to match the sonic direction I'm heading in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very meticulous about that in terms of picking the music or producing it myself. So in my catalog, I have music that because I play bass, I am a music producer.
Right.
But I like to collaborate with people who have a certain sonic, not just the sound or the arrangement, but there's a certain type of sonic quality. And in this music, you hear and feel the likeness just in the instrument choices. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say on the title track, like the flute.
Yes.
Has like a flute solo, right? That was like almost the perfect example of an instrument displaying like lightness, right? And just I love that part.
It's like you as an artist, you pick certain colors that create that feeling that you want. You know, and that's the way I listen to frequencies and sonics. It's not just, man, that's a dope beat. No, but what does it feel like? You know what I'm saying? So the color of the music is important to me. So yeah, and I wanted to say something about you guys, man. I appreciate, you know, the t-shirts that you have on, and you were talking about this type of music. You know, I had to be fearless to do this, you know, because to me, I'm like, I'm the only person that I know doing it. And every radio programmer, every record label told me not to do it because they're like, that ain't what we want. That ain't what the people want. Sex sells, you know, go gospel. You know what I'm saying? They tried to guide me based on the past and based on their perception. So I literally put it all on the line fearlessly to get to this point where I can be appreciated. But it was hard, man. It was hard when you're trying to get into this industry and break in and make a living doing it, you know what I'm saying, and take care of a family doing it, to always be told, no, go do it differently. You have to have a certain level of fearlessness, man. So that's why when I saw that on y'all shirts, it touched me because my entertainment label is called HEAL Entertainment. And that stands for hope, inspiration, love, and loss. You can't get on the hill if you're afraid to take an L. So I literally live by that mantra every day that I'm climbing a hill, and I have to take my L's even to complete that journey. So you have to be fearless to get to this point where I am and where you guys are and wherever you're going. You have to be fearless. And so, I mean, just seeing that shirt, those shirts y'all have on, I'm like, send me some. Because that's me, man. That's my story, because you can't do this, especially when everybody else is doing something different, you know?
Right.
So.
I mean,
definitely.
You answered our question. That's our go-to question for people, because that's what our whole brand is about, is, especially with creatives. And it's not an easy path, like you said, and you do have to have that face that fear moments and throughout your career. And because like you said, it's such a personal thing you're doing. You're putting yourself out there, and but people always have their opinions about it. Like, your work kind of relies on other people's thoughts and opinions and like how they react to it, but you still have to do what's true to you. And I think, like I said, and you are doing your own thing right now compared to what's out there, and that could be a very fearful thing to do, but you're still doing it, and you're doing it at a very high level, and you've managed to be around for this long. So obviously you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, and I'll say this, man. If there was a question you were going to ask, there's a difference between being fearful and insecure. Those are two different things, and a lot of people let their insecurities keep them from moving forward. But I move forward with a lot of insecurities. I mean, come on, man. I'm behind the scenes writing hits for people. You know what I'm saying? I'm around some of the best singers in the game. Joe, Kelly Rowland, Fanta. You writing for people like this, that can be intimidating. You know what I'm saying? So I'm stepping out singing, hiring a vocal coach. I mean, I'm the producer, the writer, the bass player. Never saw myself out front until my own dad encouraged me to do it. Man, I hired a vocal coach, a stylist. I'm like, nah, I wasn't meant to be out front. I was supposed to be in the shadows. Mm. So I was insecure, but I wasn't fearful. Yeah. Right? So there were times I was on stage and I didn't like how I sounded. Most times I would never go back and watch my shows, because I would hear myself on stage. I'm like, ugh, I hit these bad notes, hit that bad note, my range. I would judge myself, but I never stopped moving. Right? So I just want people to know that it's okay to be insecure, but that doesn't mean you're afraid because you're nervous about not being where you need to be. Stay at it long enough and you'll get there to where you can do like I did today. And just say, what? Can I sing? I'm not insecure anymore, but I was never afraid. You see what I'm saying? So I want to make sure that your supporters hear what I'm saying, that yes, I was insecure. There was a time I would have been nervous. I would have been like, yeah, play the song, because I got my auto-tune, I edited everything, play the song. And I'm like, no, let me sing it, because I'm not insecure about my voice anymore. So